So here's a quick tip when you're picking out papayas. You want to look for the ones that have stripes of green stripes of orange, because that means it's tree ripened. You see, when the papaya hangs on the tree, it starts ripening like that. So if you see the stripes, then you'll know that they actually started ripening on the tree. If they pick the papaya when it's all green, then it won't ripen like that. It'll ripen in an even color, and you'll just see it going from green to yellow to orange. But with this one, as you can see, it's ripening unevenly, as it were, which is a good sign, because that means it was picked at a late stage in the development on the tree. You want to get as ripe fruit as possible, tree ripened, but of course, to allow for transport of fruit, you basically have to pick fruit a little bit early, right? When the papaya is perfectly ripe on the tree, it's just like, you know, if you pick it. But that's good if you got a papaya tree in your yard. But if you're going to buy your papayas, you're going to be glad they picked them a little bit early. But of course, you want it to be picked at the right time, not too early, not too late. These papayas are super awesome. Here you can see this one is not ripe at all, but looking good. This one is a bit more ripe. Still, you can see the stripes though. And lastly, this one is very much, it's going to be ready tomorrow basically. And you can still see the stripes, which indicate that it's tree ripened. Almost tree ripened. Another thing is to look for if it's wet here. This is wet. This means it's still fresh. It's a fresh cut. If it's all dried up, then obviously you know it was picked a week ago. And if it's still not ripe and picked a week ago, then you know it was picked at a very early stage in its development, and it won't really be that sweet, won't be that tasty. These papayas are super tasty, full of taste, full of flavor, very sweet, and yeah, vibrant. You'll know that your papaya is ready to eat when it's soft, when like putting your thumb and pressing against it will damage it a little bit, you know? If it's still like firm, it's not ready at all. You want it to be, really you want to be able to just like break it open. That's when it's really ripe. And remember, it's always important to eat ripe fruit, because when it's unripe it has certain anti-nutrients and it doesn't taste as good, and the sugars may not have been developed to their full extent. So make sure you eat ripe fruit. It's just way more enjoyable and healthier, of course, too.